Alright guys, welcome back. Aussie Dad Life. Got another video for you today. Back on the fishing series. Snapper, the odd kingfish, maybe a tuna, whatever, gummies and so on. I've been looking to upgrade my fishing gear. All the old fishing gear I had before I bought my boat was all designed to work with pretty much freshwater fishing, and the way I fished was heavy. So big reels, heavy line. We fished the Yarra River a lot, up in Eildon. So what I was fishing for, eels, redfin, yellow belly carp, trout and things like that. Try and winch them in as fast as possible so they don't get in the snags. And it was cheap gear, to be honest. Nothing super expensive. I don't think I've spent more than $100 on a fishing rod or a reel as far back as I can think of. For the fishing that I did, was all perfectly adequate. Transitioned some of the bigger rods and reels into fishing in the bay for when I bought my boat, out for snapper and things like that. But I ran into a few problems. Firstly, hadn't sort of read about how to keep your gear in good nick for when you come home. Obviously fishing, you'd wash your boat, and hose everything down. But my fishing rods I never bothered with. I just threw them in the boat, pulled them out, stood them up in the corner, and then next time I went to use them, grabbed them, threw them in the boat, and away we went. But ran into a problem. After a while, I noticed that they were all starting to corrode, and I mean corrode really, really, really badly. So, like I said, none of this is fancy for flash gear. Cheap Jarvis Walker, $4,500 reel. Probably the only saving grace was it's mainly all plastic. But if you can see here, I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but all the runners here for where the line goes through all started to corrode, and the chrome has actually started to peel off. That's happened across pretty much every single reel that I've got here. It doesn't seem to matter what brand. Like I said, it's all sort of cheap gear. Jarvis Walker mainly. I think there's an Akuma there, but all starting to corrode and peel. So wanted to get into look at getting some better gear that's going to last me a long time, but I didn't want to spend an absolute fortune because my kids in the boat, they tend to knock things, they whack them on the edge of the boat, through no fault of their own, they're only little. So I kept my eye out, did some research, and came across these Shimano Socorro series reels. They're a 10,000. This one, you can get them all the way down, I think, to about a 2,000. Saltwater rated. They're not fully waterproof, according to the Shimano website, but they are classed for saltwater. So gearing and that, I'm not 100% sure. All I know is it holds about 12 kilos of drag if you lock her up tight. Will hold around 300 meters of 50-pound braid. Anything less, I've got absolutely no idea. That's what I've bought, decided to run. That way it should cover me for pretty much anything in the bay that I come across, whether that's the odd school shark, gummy, snapper. If I do venture out near the rip for either maybe a kingfish or a tuna, this reel should handle everything. Now, another good thing, comes with a nice big fat handle here for the kids to hang on to. Looks to be really, really high quality gear. Now, these normally sell for around, I think, $220 to $250. I waited, and they actually came up on sale on Anaconda, $107 each. So grabbed a couple of them, and I just bought a couple more over the last sort of 6 months as I've started doing this. Now, these are nice, heavy. They actually feel like a really quality bit of gear. So I bought those. Now the fishing rods, as you're aware, fishing rods seem to last longer for me than they do the fishing reels. Doesn't look like much has changed over the years. I've got sort of weight class between that 6 and 10 kilos. Even now, I went and bought some newer rods, 7-foot series. These are all 7s. They're basically identical. Even the guides look all the same. So, once again, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money. These are a Shimano saltwater special, 8 to 10 kilos, in a 7-foot one piece. Just the regular fiberglass, nothing fancy, nothing special. Nice long handle for it to go into the rod holders. Something to hang on to in the front if you hook something decent. And all up, that I think is like $170 package. So that is going to last me, if I take care of it, like I mentioned, give it a spray with some of the inox, wipe it down, hose it down after every session to get the salt water off so nothing stays on there. These should last me a really, really, really long time. As you can see, this real beautiful and smooth. I'm really looking forward to getting something on there that's of a decent size and seeing how it goes and wind it in. But I've got a couple of these, and I'm just going to wait until they come on sale. There's no real rush. I've got plenty of other older rods that have got plenty of wear on them, but they still work perfectly fine. The reels, they come, like I mentioned, it's a Shimano, so you get a 10-year warranty with these. They come with some replaceable discs, discs for your drag system. If you do happen to wear them out, they're all fully serviceable. You can replace anything that breaks on them. And with a 10-year warranty, if something does go wrong, you can send it back in and they'll swap it or fix it for you, which is handy. Yeah, so as you can see here in the background, it's a little bit hard to see, but these are all my other rods. This one's not quite a 7 foot, but they all look identical, even like the old Rogues, you know, pretty much exactly the same. These should hold up pretty well to the kids bashing them around in the boat, whacking them on the edges, and if you do get something decent, well, I think the kids are going to be able to wind it in absolutely no problems at all. Then I guess the last thing that makes up the rod and the reels is, like I mentioned, the braid. I'm running 50 pound. These can take 300 meters of 50 pound braid. Just waiting and seeing stuff that comes on special. Anaconda, the spider wire, might not be the greatest line, but it's 50 pounds. Should hold everything that I want to catch out in Port Phillip Bay. $14 for a 300 meters of 50 pounds. So I grabbed 2 of those. Got some at Big W that was on special there. Jarvis Walker braid the other month as well, sort of same price, around $20. So you can pretty much set up a full snapper Western Port Phillip Bay rig for $200 and you're ready to start fishing, which I think is a pretty good deal and something you're going to have for a very long time as well. Anyway, that's pretty much it. So thanks again for watching Aussie Dad Life. I'll catch you on the next video, and if you could like, subscribe, leave me a comment, that'd be fantastic. Cheers.